Welcome back to The Deep Dive, the show where we unpack the latest trends in digital marketing. I'm Lex.
And I'm Vera.
And we're here to help you stay ahead of the curve. Today we're diving into something that's really going to resonate with, I think, all you business owners and executives out there.
Yeah.
How Google's latest move is making it easier than ever for businesses to go global.
That's right. We're talking about Google's translated results feature. It has a potential to really significantly expand your customer base.
Yeah. Imagine that, your website automatically translated.
Yeah.
So anyone in the world can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of opportunities does that open up for your business?
Absolutely. And it's surprisingly simple.
Yeah.
It's essentially Google translates the title and the description of your website as it appears in those search results,
Right.
making it instantly accessible to people searching in different languages.
So if someone in, say, France searches for something related to my business,
Yep.
even if my website is in English,
Yep.
they're going to see a French version of my listing in their search results.
Exactly. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Google doesn't actually host the translated versions of your website. Instead, when someone clicks on that translated result, Google automatically translates the web page itself, on the fly.
Wow.
It's like having an on-demand translator built right into Google search.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So no need to create multiple versions of my website in different languages.
Exactly.
That's a huge
Yes.
time and resource saver.
Huge.
But Google's been doing translations for a while now. So what's so groundbreaking about this new feature?
Well, this update expands translated results to include 8 new languages.
Wow.
Arabic, Gujarati, Korean, Persian, Thai, Turkish, Urdu, and Vietnamese.
Okay.
This significantly broadens the potential reach for businesses looking to expand their audiences.
8 new languages. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I noticed Korean is on that list. Why do you think it took Google so long to include Korean in this feature?
That's a great question, and it really highlights the strategic considerations behind Google's rollout. You see, Google hasn't always been the top dog in every market.
Right.
In Korea, for example, local search engines have long been dominant.
So it's almost like those local search engines were gatekeeping access to those markets.
Precisely. And as Christopher Shin, an international SEO expert, pointed out in a recent Search Engine Journal article, the complexity of the Korean language itself, with its unique writing system, likely added another layer of difficulty for Google's translation technology.
Interesting. So it sounds like Google strategically focused on markets where they were already strong.
Right.
Before tackling more challenging ones.
Yep.
But now that they've added Korean, this opens up a whole new world of possibilities for businesses, right?
Right. Absolutely. This update has the potential to connect businesses with millions of new customers all over the world. Think about it.
Right.
Your website can suddenly be understood by a massive new audience in Korea, in the Middle East, in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
That's a game changer for businesses looking to grow.
Yeah, it's not just about reaching more people, though, right?
No.
It's about reaching the right people.
Exactly. It's about targeting those specific markets where your product or service has the potential to really take off.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're selling a product that's particularly popular in Korea, this update could be your ticket to tapping into that demand.
Okay. So this automatic translation feature seems like a great starting point for going global.
Yeah.
But is it enough?
It's a fantastic first step, but it's important to remember that automatic translation can only take you so far.
Right.
For truly effective communication, professional translation and localization are crucial.
What do you mean by localization? Isn't that just a fancy word for translation?
Not exactly. Localization goes beyond simply translating words. It's about adapting your content to fit the cultural nuances of your target market. Things like humor, tone, even visual elements.
Oh, okay.
Those can vary greatly from culture to culture.
Yeah.
And if you want to truly connect with an international audience, you need to go beyond just the words on the page.
So it's about understanding the culture, the values, even the unspoken rules of communication in that market.
Exactly. It's about making sure your message resonates with that local audience,
Right.
not just that it's understandable.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we've got this incredible new tool that can make our websites instantly accessible to a global audience.
Yeah.
But we also need to be mindful of those cultural differences and invest in professional translation and localization to really make an impact.
Precisely. And this is where things get even more interesting. when we start talking about SEO or search engine optimization. Because just like cultural nuances, your SEO strategy needs to be tailored to each specific market. What works in English might not work in Korean or Arabic.
So you're saying that just because my website is now visible to people searching in different languages, that doesn't mean they'll actually find it.
Exactly. You need to think about how people in different cultures are searching for information online. What keywords are they using? What platforms are they using? What are their search habits?
So it's not just about translating my existing keywords into different languages. It's about understanding how people in those markets are actually searching for products or services like mine.
Precisely. And this is where things can get a bit more technical. But it's crucial for making sure your website is actually visible to your new target audience. We'll dive into the specifics of international SEO in just a bit, but first, let's take a moment to let all of this sink in. We've covered a lot of ground already.
I know. I'm feeling inspired. The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But I bet our listeners are eager to hear more about how they can actually put all this into practice.
Absolutely. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll delve deeper into the practical steps you can take to leverage these tools and take your business global.
Sounds good.
Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we were talking about the exciting potential of Google's translated results feature. And how it can open doors for businesses to connect with a global audience.
We talked about the technology and the importance of cultural sensitivity. And let's get down to, like, brass tacks. How can our listeners, those savvy business owners and executives, actually use this to expand their reach? What are the concrete steps they can take?
Yeah, that's the key question, isn't it? It all starts with a clear vision. Ask yourself, what are your global aspirations?
Are there specific countries or regions where you see untapped potential for your product or service?
So the first step is like identifying those target markets. Those areas where you think there's real demand for what you offer.
Exactly. Once you've identified your target markets, the next step is to understand the linguistic landscape. What languages are most spoken in those regions? Is it Spanish in Latin America, Mandarin in China, or perhaps a combination of languages in a diverse market like Southeast Asia?
That makes sense. It's about focusing your efforts strategically, not just trying to translate your website into every language under the sun. Is this where professional translation comes in?
Absolutely. While Google's automatic translation is a great starting point, especially for getting a feel for how your content might resonate in different languages, it's crucial to invest in professional translation and localization if you want to make a serious impact.
I imagine professional translation can be like significant investment, especially for businesses just starting to dip their toes into the global market. What advice would you give to businesses trying to balance quality with budget constraints?
That's a valid concern. It's all about prioritizing strategically. You might start by focusing on translating key elements of your website, such as product descriptions, landing pages, and marketing materials that are most likely to drive conversions. As you gain traction in those markets, you can gradually expand your translation efforts.
So it's a step-by-step process. It's not necessarily an all-or-nothing approach.
Exactly. It's also worth considering that investing in high-quality translation can actually save you money in the long run. A poorly translated website can damage your brand's credibility and lead to lost customers.
That's a good point. It's an investment in building trust and ensuring your message resonates authentically with your target audience. So we've identified our target markets. We started thinking about translation. What about the SEO piece? How does that fit into the equation?
SEO is absolutely essential for ensuring your website is discoverable by your new global audience. It's not enough to simply have a translated website. You need to make sure it's optimized for the search engines in those specific markets.
Remind us again, what exactly is SEO?
SEO, or search engine optimization, is the art and science of making your website more visible in search engine results pages, or SERPs. The higher you rank in those results, the more likely people are to find your website when they're searching for relevant keywords.
So if I'm selling like handmade soaps and someone in France searches for Sivan Artisanal.
Yeah.
I want my website to show up
Right.
as close to the top of the search results as possible.
Exactly. And this is where international SEO comes in.
Okay.
Because just like with cultural nuances,
Yeah.
search engine optimization strategies need to be tailored to each specific market.
Right. What works for ranking in English
Right.
might not work for ranking in French, Spanish, or Korean.
So it's not as simple as just translating my keywords into different languages.
Not quite. It goes much deeper than that.
Okay.
You need to understand the search behavior of people in those markets.
Mm-hmm.
What keywords are they using?
Right.
What are their search habits? Are they using voice search?
Oh.
Are they searching on their mobile devices?
It sounds like there's a lot to consider.
There is.
How can businesses even begin to, wrap their heads around all of this?
Yeah.
It seems pretty daunting.
It can feel overwhelming, especially if you're new to the world of international SEO.
Yeah.
But that's where having the right partners can make all the difference.
You mean like a digital marketing agency?
Yes.
That specializes in helping businesses go global?
Precisely. An agency like Shield Media, for example, can help you navigate the complexities of international SEO.
From keyword research to content localization to technical website optimization.
It sounds like they can provide the guidance and expertise businesses need to succeed in those new markets.
Absolutely.
What would you say are the most important qualities to look for in a digital marketing partner for global expansion?
First and foremost, you want an agency that has a deep understanding of the markets you're targeting.
Okay.
They should be fluent in the languages, familiar with the cultural nuances, and have a proven track record of success in those regions.
So they're not just SEO experts, they're cultural experts as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
They should also have a strong grasp of the technical aspects of international SEO, including things like reflying tags, multilingual sitemaps, and country-specific domain strategies.
Those are all terms I'm sure our listeners are eager to learn more about. And we'll definitely delve into those details in future episodes. But for now, it sounds like the key takeaway is that going global is a complex undertaking.
It is.
And having the right partners can make all the difference.
Absolutely. It's about assembling a team of experts who can guide you through the process and help you avoid costly mistakes.
It's like putting together a global dream team. Your translators, your localization experts, your international SEO gurus, all working together to ensure your message resonates with the right audience in the right way.
Exactly. And that's where an agency like Shield Media can be an invaluable asset. They can help you create a cohesive global marketing strategy that aligns with your business goals and helps you achieve sustainable growth in new markets.
It sounds like they can really help businesses navigate the often overwhelming world of international marketing.
Absolutely. They can help you understand the nuances of each market, adapt your messaging to resonate with local audiences, and ensure your website is optimized for search engines in those regions. It's about maximizing your impact and getting the most out of your global expansion efforts.
I'm sure our listeners are eager to hear more about how Shield Media can help them achieve their global ambitions.
Yes.
But before we get into that, let's take another quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our discussion with some final thoughts and actionable advice for taking your business to the next level.
Great.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to The Deep Dive. We've been exploring the exciting possibilities of Google's translated results feature. And how it can help you unlock global growth for your business.
It's been a fascinating discussion.
It had.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the technical intricacies of the feature itself to the strategic considerations of international SEO and the importance of cultural sensitivity.
We've talked about the tools, the strategies, the partnerships that can make going global a reality. But ultimately, it all boils down to one fundamental question.
Are you ready to take the leap?
That's the real challenge, isn't it?
It is.
It's one thing to understand the mechanics of global expansion. But it's quite another to actually take that step to commit to expanding your horizons and embracing new opportunities.
It can feel daunting, especially for businesses that have always operated within a familiar local market. But the rewards can be immense. Imagine tapping into entirely new customer bases, seeing your product or service take off in regions you never thought possible. That's the power of thinking globally.
It's about pushing beyond your comfort zone, embracing new challenges, and seeing the world as your potential marketplace.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is the tools and resources are more accessible than ever before.
Right.
Google's translated results feature is a prime example.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool that can instantly make your website accessible to a global audience, but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Right. We need to go beyond just translation.
Right.
And think about localization, cultural sensitivity, and targeted SEO strategies.
Precisely. It's about creating a holistic global marketing strategy.
Okay.
One that takes into account the unique nuances of each market you're targeting.
It sounds like a lot to manage, especially for businesses that are already stretched thin.
That's where finding the right partners comes in.
Okay.
A digital marketing agency like Shield Media,
Okay.
with their expertise in international SEO, PPC, and SMM, can be an invaluable asset in helping you navigate the complexities of the global market.
They can help you make sure your message is not only translated accurately,
Right.
but also resonates with the local culture and reaches the right audience. It's about maximizing your impact in those new markets.
Absolutely. And they can also help you avoid costly mistakes.
Okay.
Like cultural faux pas or technical SEO blunders that can hinder your progress.
It sounds like they can really be a guiding hand,
Yeah.
helping businesses make sense of the often overwhelming world of international marketing.
Exactly. Think of them as your global expansion Sherpas, leading you through the unfamiliar terrain and helping you reach new heights of success.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So for our listeners out there who are feeling inspired to take their business global, where should they start? What's the first step they can take today to get the ball rolling?
I would say the first step is to dream big. What countries or regions have you always been curious about? Where do you see the most potential for your business to grow? Once you have a vision in mind, start researching those markets. Learn about their culture, their economy, their online behavior.
Right.
And most importantly, connect with the right partners who can guide you on your journey.
That's great advice. Dream big, do your research, and find the right people to support you along the way.
Yeah.
Sounds like the perfect recipe for global success.
It is. And remember, the world is becoming increasingly interconnected. The internet has broken down so many barriers. And now, with tools like Google's translated results, language is becoming less of an obstacle as well.
Right.
It's truly an exciting time to be in business with unprecedented opportunities to connect with people all over the world.
It's inspiring to think about the possibilities.
It is.
So for all our listeners out there, we encourage you to embrace the challenge, to think beyond borders, and to see the world as your potential marketplace.
The world is waiting to hear from you no matter what language you speak.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of global marketing.
Yes.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
It's been a pleasure.
And before we sign off, we want to remind you about Shield Media, the digital marketing agency that specializes in helping Western clients like you conquer the global market.
Yes.
If you're ready to take your business to the next level, they're the team to talk to.
Absolutely.
They're experts in international SEO, PPC, and SMM, and they can help you craft a winning global marketing strategy. You can find out more about them on their website, and be sure to subscribe to their podcast. That's this one.
Yes.
For more deep dives into the world of digital marketing.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to hit that follow button and share this deep dive with anyone who might benefit from this knowledge. We believe in spreading the digital marketing love.
Absolutely. The more businesses we can empower to think globally, the better.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.